straight off the hill. Another edition. Uh, Car Chronicles. Just want to thank everybody for liking, commenting, subscribing to my channel. I have 1,700 followers. I need 300 to hit that 2,000 mark. So I'm going to talk about some stuff that I don't really talk about, but I do enjoy. About the gaming industry, and now a lot of people don't know I have a widespread of a technical background. I do, and working in the tech field is the career I have right now. So that's why some of the stuff I'm gonna say is on a technical level, and some stuff I'm gonna dumb it down on the gaming industry. So I noticed a lot of the consumers been complaining about how the gaming industry is, and then how certain gaming companies are treating their consumers. And I'm just gonna be real. Most gaming companies, they only care about the money than the consumers. The consumers are the last priority. The money is the first, and it's the harsh truth and the harsh reality when it comes to gaming companies. Prime example, I'm gonna use Bethesda. Bethesda, the same company that makes Skyrim, Fallout, and Starfield. And I've been seeing a lot of people complaining about Starfield. Starfield is one of my favorite games. And some people been complaining about how Starfield is super repetitive because of the in space environment and all of that. It's not enough life in space, and they need more dialogue from humans. They don't want the generic dialogues that goes on in Starfield and all of that. And there have been a leak talking about Bethesda is working on a new Starfield update where it's going to be called Starfield 2.0. So here's my take on that. Starfield 2.0, I don't know nothing about it. I've been doing a little digging around research. It's supposed to be the type of update where it's going to be a huge update, and it's going to be big like Cyberpunk 2077 from that aspect. Like the update's supposed to be big where they supposed to fix all the bug fixes, all the other stuff. So, and everybody been, saying that, you know, Bethesda's taking too long, and they should be doing all this. I'm just gonna talk to you, dumbass consumers. Some of y'all, when it takes to develop a game, it takes about years. Like prime example, Starfield. It took Starfield maybe about 5 to 7 years to develop because of the advanced coding they had to put in and all the other assets and all that. So it took about 5 to 7 years to develop Starfield. Also, and a lot of people don't understand when these developers do all these fixes, a lot of these bug fixes takes months. And how do I know? I work in the technical field, and and no, I don't have to calm down, bro. But I work in the technical field, and I have worked with a lot of developers, and it takes a while. And I learned this. Most gaming companies don't care. They don't care. They don't care about the consumers. They only care about how much money that is coming in. And I know people who are saying Starfield is trash and Starfield is this. Look, Starfield's a pretty decent game. And here's the reason why. I always say this: if y'all really want to hurt the gaming company, don't buy their digital products. Don't don't buy the the stuff they selling on creations. None of that. Boycott it. Like I said this before on about 2K. People complain about 2K, saying 2K is trash. The devs are not listening. Well, yeah, because y'all motherfuckers buying the VC. Did you know 2K makes about 100 million, I'm sorry, $100 million off of VC every year? Think about it. 2K roughly sells about 5 million copies on average every game cycle. Think about it. If 5 million people bought 2K, and at least out of those 5 million people, let's just say about 3 million of those people is buying VC. That's $100 million. At least 30, let's say 30 to $50. That's a lot of money. 2K makes roughly about $100 million off of VC alone. And I say this all the time. If you want gaming companies to listen to you, boycott the digital products. It has been done before. There's been times where games had come out and they were trash and people didn't play them. And what gaming companies suffered. I say it with all the time. Like, gaming companies do not care. That's why usually when I buy games, I'm always be like, look, I just play through the courts and all of that and just wait for the bug fixes to happen. I miss those days when you could just appreciate the game for what it is. And yeah, it's gonna have the quirks, but you just be like, you know what? I appreciate the game. I want to play it. So it's not like that no more. Too many people whining and complaining about all that this need to be fixed and this need to be fixed. And you gotta understand these companies, they don't care. They really don't care. All they care about is how much money y'all gonna spend on the game to keep the gaming life cycle up. Bethesda do it, all the other games do it, 2K, Visual Concept, all of that, EA. Let me talk about EA. In Ultimate Team. There's people that's spending thousands of dollars in Ultimate Team just to compete for what? There's no cash prize at the end. That's the thing I be wondering. And then people, especially in 2K, some of y'all will spend thousands of dollars on my team cards for what? And thousands of dollars on 2K my career builds. Like like I remember the days when 2K builds were $20. You drop a dub, boom, your man is at all 99s. I even remember the older 2Ks where you had skill points before the VC. And then but guess what? VC corrupted not just VC. You can actually do that. You can you could just stop buying the VC, stop buying all the type of virtual currency that these other gaming companies have, and watch. And I'm just gonna be real. 2K, like companies like 2K, Bethesda, they only listen when y'all stop paying for the virtual stuff. That's the only time gaming companies listen. When the money's not being spent, when the money's not when money's not being spent by consumers, that's when they listen. And like I look at those type of companies like I don't know why I'm talking about two different companies that don't do a whole lot really. But even though I like the games, I like 2K, I like Bethesda, I like all the other game EA, all of those other gaming companies. But I don't know what's wrong with y'all consumers. Y'all gotta understand these companies don't care. They only listen when the bottom line is being affected. That's the only time they listen. And then, like even with 2K, right now it's $200 for one my career build. So when you get a player and you spend all that VC, it's $200. That's too much. And there be people that got 5, 6 builds. That's $1,000. Who's gonna spend $200 for one build? Who? No, nobody's gonna do that. See, that's why I haven't played my career in about in the past five, three to five 2Ks, I haven't really played my career because it's not worth spending $200. That $200 can go on a light bill, gas bill. Shoot, I could buy a pair of Jordans with that. I can pay my child's daycare for the week with that extra $200 on. That's a lot. And then I be seeing people be spending so much money on like stuff in other games. Like I know some friends that spend so much money playing Halo just to get their man the prestige and all of that. I know some people be spending so much money on stuff. Look, if I anytime if I buy a game, my goal is to at least my goal is spend maybe $20 max on digital content. I'm not gonna be spending hundreds of dollars on digital content. $20 max. Like like if I'm playing Starfield, I'll do I'll just take $20. I'll do all the free mods on Starfield. And then after that, only time I might pay for a mod if it's one of those mods that is being created by uh a modder. Well, pretty much a mod that's actually worth it because some of these mods are trash. And I ain't gonna get into the mods because there's thousands of free mods on Starfield. But it's crazy how I don't know why if y'all like I don't know why people have been complaining. I don't know why people been complaining about a lot of this stuff. Like especially with the Bethesda games. Y'all knew those devs wasn't gonna say nothing. When the Game Awards came around and everybody was waiting on Starfield to be announced and they didn't say nothing, everybody was mad. I don't know why people mad. It's not the end of the world. It's just a video game. It's just a video game. It's life goes on after the video game. Hell, I don't even. I love video games, but I don't even play that much. I have two kids I deal with, so I spend more times with my kids than playing the game. I only play the game when my kids are asleep in the bed and my wife sleep, and after I spend time with my wife and spend time with my kids, I might at least get maybe 30 minutes to an hour on the game because my life is so busy. But it's not the end of the world. It's like I tell everybody this. If you want devs to listen to you from these gaming companies, boycott the digital products they're selling and watch. They'll listen. And like that's all I gotta say. I know I'm ranting for a little bit, but oh well. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about today's gaming industry and how everybody is complaining. This is your boy, Miss TV. I'm out.